Grandma, I love you. Grandma Rose, I love you. Mila, Daddy, love you so much. Yo, I just want to say, take the time to talk about this thing called love languages. I mean, it's kind of getting frustrating because a lot of times we say love languages and all this other whatnot, but you got to really think about it. Love languages is basically categorization of different aspects of what you give. You give this, you give that, you give this, you give that, and you receive it as well, 50-50. My thing is that if you ask someone what's their love language, that should be interpreted as, what do you prefer the most? What stands out to you? Which one do you like to receive the most? And which one do you like to give? Because a lot of people are concerned about receiving more so than giving. So you say, okay, what's your love language? But we answer that, and I say we, I'm not talking about me, but I say we generously, in a way that, like, that's the only thing. Love languages, like, it's so crazy because love languages, man, I get tired of hearing this reoccurrence of people that say love languages. Like, one person starts something and everybody generates that one thing, like, as the norm. You know what I mean? I'm frustrated. I'm highly frustrated because here we are saying, like, you hear that one question, what's your love language? It's like, how do you interpret your love? Just say that. Switch it up. Like, everybody said the same. It sounds dumb. Like, it bothers me. Like, be authentic. Be different. Like, how do you interpret your love? You know what I'm saying? Like, say something different. Like, what's your love language? What's your love language? Shut up. Shut up. That is annoying, bro. Like, so many people try to pass off as intelligent based off a question, based off a general lore. Man, the thing is ask, yo, how do you interpret your love? Do you even love? You know what I mean? Like, when you talk about love languages, right? I even hate saying that. Somebody wrote a book about it. My daughter's mother, Leslie, brought it to me back on Flatlands in Brooklyn, in the flat that we were staying in together, right? And it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I started reading it, and I think the general breakdown of each topic, it expresses what each topic was in depth. Like, and I liked that. I was reading, I was intrigued. However, and it's crazy because a lot of people who haven't even read the book are actually talking as if they are. Look, come on, man. I'm sick of hearing that. I'm sick of hearing it because the thing is that you are not. You can't give a flower only two, two out of the five things it needs. There has to be a balance. And this is why people sound so ignorant, because you say, okay, give me one and two, or give me three and five, or give me two and four. Like, then what happens to the rest? There's no balance. And so now you're reacting to the other person in a way that, and you're wondering why. It's because you're not getting a full throttle effect from people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ingredients, you can't bake a cake with just eggs and icing. Like, so physical touch and all that, is icing. The egg can be time together. The cake is what's involved in that time together. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have two of the three. People talk about love language. I hate saying it now, but it's not just two and four. It's all five. There has to be a balance. You can't give a flower just water and expect the water to fulfill that flower's nutrient table. Like, it's like the flower won't grow. Your flower won't grow just on water. You have to have sunlight. You have to have soil. There's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to nutrients. And when you talk about these languages, they are nutrients for your loved one's soul. You're edifying that person. Head off. You're edifying that person with nutrients. So you say, hey, I love you. I love you. Right? How do I prefer to love you? Vice, how do you want, desire to be loved? But you deserve all five. You deserve one, two, three, four, and five. We limit ourselves to just one. We limit ourselves to just two. We limit ourselves to possibly even three. But that ain't it. It takes more. More. If you look at me hard enough, you can see how long I'm going to live. Learn that. I do. That's a gift. It's sad. But whoever, whatever. The thing is that we have to stop putting limitations. And by limiting ourselves, we're actually controlling the other person to receive what we are just willing to give. It's like basically telling them, I'm gonna give you this and you're gonna like it. That's what it is. Or I want to receive this and that's all there is to it. It doesn't work like that. If that's why I've been successful. That's one of the reasons I've been successful in dating. It's the problem is out of the three majors, maybe only one of them I wanted to really truly be in. Put my effort in. But other than that, you can't go wrong with giving your all. That's the thing. Even if I didn't want to be in a situation, you best believe I gave it my all. You got to give your all in everything you do. You can't go half-assed in it, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You can't go half-assed. I'm able to talk now and everything. It went down. You can't go half-assed, half-booty. How do you think great people are great? Because they always push the envelope. They say, well, I got to... That was 9 minutes? It's like you study something because you want to know more about it. You study your mate because you want to know more about them. How you can actually suppress the things inside them that are longing for something else by giving the nuances of what you see they long for and need and want and desire and crave. But you do it with an intention, with an intent that is going to do something for the latter part. So example, I know a woman's craving me. You're lucky if she's craving you, right? But if she's craving it, the key is not to give it to her all the time. You spoil her. And if you don't give it to her, she's going to be like, and then it's like giving somebody sweets all the time. They're not going to want the meat and the rice and the nitty gritty of nutrition. You're spoiling them. You tell your kid yes, 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 then you tell them no. It's like, oh my God. And then you wonder why things go south, and then they tripping, and they don't even know why they tripping. I don't know why I'm mad at you, but I'm just mad at you. They don't know. And like sometimes you walk around, like I used to be when I was younger, like 20s. I couldn't figure it out to save a life. Why women would get upset. Like that's why I started being distant, right? Being distant. I just was like, okay, we get together, we come together, we go out, eat, have fun, and spend time, we connect. Right? So that's what it is. Right? Because it alleviated all those problems that come in between. Because when in the 20s, you're like, okay, wait a minute. You're like, okay. In your 20s, you're like, want to be physical and connect all the time, right? So you want to be physical and connect all the time, right? And if it doesn't happen, you get frustrated. And then you're upset with the other person not knowing why you're frustrated. We get frustrated with the other person not knowing that it's all sexual because our energy is high and the connectivity, like back and forth. Sometimes you just feel like enraged with sexual tension. You want to go back and forth and that person's not really catching it and you're not catching them. And so it goes down, it goes south. all because the energy is high, all because they were made to believe that they can just have it. Because you met this woman, she might have had two or three gimmies that she could just call right then and there. She needed, just come over, and it is what it is. Just get in. So now she's like thinking that when she get to you, it's like she can have what it's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this, and even if she don't think it's supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be like that. It's just that she gets frustrated because it's not like that. Even if she says to herself, "I'm gonna be patient with this guy," but it's not like that. It's not like, oh my god. And the guy might be like, I had this three or four women, and now I'm with, in the patient, so the tolerance is gone. But when you really think about it, it's like you tied in together, you that person isn't getting what they need. That person isn't getting the things that they need. You know what I mean? And then you wonder why it goes south. It goes south. Just because you want something doesn't mean you need it. Just because you need it, it ain't always what you want. But the kids to satisfy the need first. The need is the foundation, and you get really engrossed and infuriated when you don't get the needs. And then and when you spoil yourself that much, it seems like you want it as bad as a need. We have to give a healthy balance of emotional nutrition. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is because I just hate it, man. I hate it. I really do. I hate it. When I say hate, I hate it because it's all I hear. What's your love language? What's your love language? Like, stop. What's your love language? Your love language should be a balance. Whatever it is, give your spouse, your mate, your loved one everything. Everything. Not just one or two things. That's just come on, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I want the person who gives me them to receive what they need and deserve from me. I don't want to be punched in my face or my lip 3 times by a woman. Like, I'm finna go down memory lane. No, no, no. I don't want to teach a woman how to punch who doesn't really fight at all, but then she turns around and punch me the same way I taught her how to punch. No, we ain't going down memory lane. I'm just saying, when it comes down to expressing yourself to the other in a manner in which they need or desire, it's got to be healthy. It's got to be healthy. You can't play God. You can't tell them what they want and need. You have to take the time to assess. And I've been guilty of that too, because you think this is what it is, this is what I got to do, but you got to wait, assess. And even if they say this is what I like or this is what I want, this is my language, no, you have to take time to really look at that person and say, you need this. Like, ask the creator to guide you. They saying this is what their language is, but this is the ingredient, and I'm gonna give a healthy balance of all of them. You know what I mean? It has to be a healthy balance of everything. You know. So, with that being said, I don't know what y'all looking for. I'm not always gonna be just beating a drum. I'm not always gonna be working out. I think my life is starting to my life is starting to be I don't know. I don't want to be like too, but it's starting to be kind of well balanced. I mean, I had a good mark this week. I'm I kind of met a goal, and even if I came short of another goal, even if I came short of another goal, I really put a dent. So I'm just grateful to the creator. Anywho, I hate love languages. I hate it. Just fill the voids. Fill the voids. Be what that person wants and needs, man, and just find out if it's really what they want or they need. And we got to stop saying this is my love language. It's not. You are balanced. You are balanced. You are life. You are love. All of them. Cultivate that person with everything. Cultivate, 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 cultivate. That's what we are. We cultivating. We're laying the foundations and we're cultivating. That's all it is. How do you like to cultivate? That's what poetry is for. I want to do this. I want to do that. Poetry within itself was a form. That's why they call affirmation poetry, things of that nature, and poetry actually induced touching, physical touch. Okay, these things. It's just different sections, but they all work hand in hand. If you missing 10 pieces out of 25 piece puzzle, you're missing the bigger picture, right? Exactly. Zuri, I bought this rod for you. I just can't get it to you. I want to put it in your hand. Um, I bought you to something else I can't show you. So yeah, bought Aiden some stuff too. Couldn't get it to him. Got stranded out there the other night. Got sick a little bit. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. But like I said, I got 3 IDs, and not one of them was on me when I needed it to be. So, anywho, cultivate. Remember, forget the whole love languages. Just give each other balance. I don't stop saying love languages. Balance the person out from inside. That was another 9 minutes. All right, I gotta go. I gotta change these batteries on this truck. All right. I made it through another hurdle. Almost died. Infection almost got to my brain. I'm not gonna say how I really feel about it, but hey, if it, I might as well. If infection got there, it got there. When the creator calls, creator calls. But love languages, I hate it. Stop saying, what's your love language? Ask, how can I cultivate you? How can I cultivate you? Show me the way. I'm out. Mila, daddy, love you. Grandma, miss you. Shine down on us. Creator, we love you. I'm out.